Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another, fun-filled, slightly sad version of the North Bank Summit. With me, I have my regular co-host and another lovely guest in Ryan, because Liam is still having his little time off. Andy, how you doing, mate? Good to see you.
Yes, I'm really good, thank you. Sorry I've been away for a couple of weeks. I had a holiday and sadly work got in the way.
Yeah,
Back to normality now, though.
Work's a pain in the bum, isn't it?
Oh, tell us about it.
Good man. And Ryan, thank you very much for coming on again. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad, all things considered, with the men's side of things, but yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, that's it, and that's not much about. So before we talk about Saturday's disappointment, we might as well go back to last Wednesday, where we had another league game at home to Brentford. And what happened to be, well, a fairly routine 2-0 win. I was lucky to be at the game. It was always nice to be there. I mean, the game itself, Andy, was pretty drab. Obviously, an early Marino goal, and then it huffed and puffed. It got a bit twitchy. And then Saka come on and finished it off. Did you see much of the game? What did you think?
Yeah, I think you've summed it up perfectly, to be honest. It's not a game that's going to live long in our memories, but ultimately it was a job done. There was always that kind of worry with me in the second half, because they were literally throwing balls in anywhere from inside our half. And when your two big centre-backs aren't playing, you do start. I was getting a bit agitated about that, but yeah, looking back on it, it was a pretty routine victory, and that led us into the weekend.
Yeah, and obviously another goal from Mikel Merino, Ryan. I mean, I know I'm going to moan, but I'm sure we will discuss the team selection on Saturday. In regards to Mikel Merino, it's not his fault. Obviously, he's getting the nod as striker at the moment. I mean, he did the job again Wednesday, scored another goal. So, it's not his fault.
No, it's just, I think overall, I think it's just timing of the games and all that. Obviously, having a very intense game away to Chelsea midweek. I know it's Brentford, but still, they're a decent team this season against all the odds. I think certain players are just shutting, and for some reason, players that aren't getting minutes we need rotation. But we sign players with £10 million from Brentford. We don't want to play them for some reason in Christian Norgard, and that's for me, that's concerning. Like, why make all the big deal, all the rigmarole when we signed him? No, he knew his place. Again, he knows his place. He knows he's a squad player at Arsenal, but you're not going to give him minutes either against his former team. Just to give, I think, because Declan, the last couple of games, because I was at the game on Wednesday against Brentford, and he, for the last 20, was flagging, and it happened again on Saturday, flagging, and you could see he's putting himself through by hook or by crook. But we've seen when players do that, injuries happen, and I'm praying that come this Wednesday, he gets the rest.
I hope he's not on that plane. We might as well start talking about it now, to be honest. I mean, Victor Gyökeres, I do not understand, Andy. We cried out for a striker. Marino did brilliantly last year. Don't get me wrong, he was superb as a stand-in. We didn't expect him to score the amount of goals he has. He's been terrific for Spain. But when you're spending £70 million on a striker, and a proven striker, and I know it's a Portuguese league, but he scored tons of goals, scored lots in the Champions League, scored lots for Sweden. So I thought, here we go, here's the missing piece. He's been unlucky with injuries. But I just don't understand, why he didn't start against Brentford, because I thought that would have been ideal to at least give him an hour. And then Aston Villa away, I just don't get it. And that's not a dig at Mikel Merino, like I said, he scored the other day, and I just don't understand it. And Arteta is going to come under increased scrutiny and criticism if he carries this on, because I don't understand it.
Yeah, I think, in fairness, I think we'd all be incredibly surprised if Gyökeres doesn't start Wednesday night, and then hopefully that will kick him forward now to the weekend as well, and then we get back to that kind of settled side that we had before he got his injury. I think the toughest thing from Arteta's perspective was that Marino did come in and did exceptionally well. I mean, the guys just scored goals. He was linking up great. In fact, everything he touched kind of turned to gold for the spell he was there until Villa, and then it all came crashing down.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't, yeah, I just don't get the reasoning behind it. Obviously, you brought him in at half time. He didn't really get a sniff, to be honest. I mean, but and as you've already said, Ryan, about Norgard, it's like Declan Rice is just running an empty. When Aries not getting any minutes, it's like he played Eze on the wing against Villa when you've got 3 wingers on the bench. I'm just like, I'm not. I shouldn't moan too much. We are top of the Champions League and the league, and it's all very, it's brilliant. But obviously, Man City are getting a bit closer comfort now, and I just worry a bit because I just don't understand these decisions. And as I said, going for Club Bruges, I'd be delighted. We've qualified. I mean, I don't care. I don't want us to lose, but I'd rather we just played a random team and just rest the players because we're coming up to so many games. It's crunch time coming up, and they've got to be ready for it. And you can't run them into the ground like he has done in the past.
No, and this is where the likes of Saka bench on Wednesday, bench them, play start Nani, give them some. Because Nani's been out for a while. Get like Bruges and Wolves at home. I know Wolves are playing now; they're 0-0 at the moment, but they're the games where you use your Nani, your squad players effectively to get them in, blood them in, get some minutes in the legs, get the confidence up. So when later on in the season, against bigger games, they're going to have the confidence to come on or start and have an impact. We can't just, again, he ain't got the excuse now of not having a squad. He's got the squad. For the last few years, he's had the excuse of when it comes to Saka, I've got players, but I don't trust them in terms of Reece Nelson and whoever else he would want to bring. He had, or was it Sterling last season? Didn't trust him. You spent over just like £60 million on Noni, respectively, this summer. So clearly you trust him. And he was getting minutes. At the start of the season, he was getting minutes until he got his injury.
And he was looking doing well.
He was doing really well. So it's just getting back to speed. Same with Gyökeres. I think these are the games, Bruges and the Wolves again. You get his confidence up. Because just before he got injured, he will start to see the best of him in his system. He was linking up better, his touch was better, scoring goals. Literally off certain parts of his anatomy as well against Atletico, if you know, you know. So it's just a matter of, again, as I say, game management now. And that's the one thing about going on a Saturday was that game screaming that lots of Gyökeres, Trossard and Martinelli. For Martinelli, that was the sort of game that would have suited them down to go from the start. As we saw in the second half, they came out, and I was saying that during the game, I'd love to know what he said at half time because they came out like team possessed, and they were, for the most of that half, on them. And apart from 5-minute spells here and there, my only gripe at the end was the ball watching, defending, the panicking that in the last few seconds there. Like there was no need for it. We weren't going to counter attack and get the goal because the referee would have blown the whistle more likely if you try to do that. Just be brave, get the ball, boot it, even if it's to a corner, just boot up in the air.
Just kick it out, absolutely.
It's just that's down to the players, that sort of thing. It's the game management for the players, but the manager needs to take responsibility with his selection. And as I say, Rice for the last couple of games has looked leggy. The fact he came off against I was at the game with Brentford, he came off and he was absolutely shattered. And then again, you see him, and you got to think, but Christian's there. Christian, we're going to give Christian some minutes because he is there. The sole reason to rotate between him and he's coming in to rotate for either Zavais or Zubi, respectively, when needed. And Rice needed that rest. So I'll be very disappointed, as much as I love Rice, to see him start on Wednesday. He needs the respite.
Yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't play him. I wouldn't play him a single minute on Wednesday.
No,
Keep him fully, get him the full night off. If you want to play him on against Wolves, if you want to, whatever. But give Christian some minutes. Get some nicks in him because you're going to need him later on in the season when the crunch in the running. Because we're going to be in the title race in the running. We're going to need Christian and players like him. So this is where Arteta needs to use his squad now. We as fans say we've got the best squad in the league. Arteta needs to show that now.
Yeah, definitely. Club Brugge apparently today has set their manager. Andy.
I saw that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how they're doing in the league. I
in
thought
the
they were
last,
like
yeah, the last 2 hours, it got,
I
for
thought they were
Victor
like
broke it.
second in their league. So I think they did fairly well against Barcelona. Did they draw them? I don't think they've done terribly. So that's a strange one. But
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
yeah, it only come through today. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean the Villa game. I mean, I'm not going to lie, I was working, so I didn't see it, which is probably just as well. And I do kind of apologise to everybody because when I got back to the office, there was a few minutes to go, and I was checking my phone. I said, I've just got a funny feeling there's going to be another goal. I didn't say to who, and obviously, you know, sod's law. And I said the last kick of the game, Andy, as well. I mean, you know, it's a classic. It's the best game to win when you score like that, and obviously, it's the worst way to lose it.
Yeah.
I mean, they had enough chances to clear the ball. I mean, you can't accuse them of, you know, they were trying their hardest, and it's just sod's law. I felt with him, and he smashed it in. But looking at the highlights, I mean, first half was pretty end to end. Obviously, 1-0 down. I mean, Eze was a bit sloppy, I thought, but again, I mean, that's half his fault and half Arteta's fault because Raul Martinelli's faults, and if he was playing, he probably would have been back because he's very good defensively. And I just thought, as a sloppy goal to give away, Trossard again. I mean, a magnificent see again. He's just coming up with the goods, and he's just been absolutely fantastic. And obviously, we just wanted that next goal, and it didn't quite come. And he thought, all right, take the point. I'll take a point all day long. Let's get out of there. And there's a real sucker punch at the end, a real kick in the teeth.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, over the season, I'd like to think that'll even itself out. I mean, we did the same to Newcastle, I suppose. But,
yeah,
do you know, ultimately, neither team probably deserved to win it overall in the game. And a point would have been actually a decent point. Anyone that goes to Villa Park this season, especially while they've got their fully fit squad.
They were in a questionable wave, weren't they? They were in a real role. Obviously, they beat Brighton in the week. And
they're a good side. And at Villa Park, and when they play against anyone top 4, top 5, they always kind of turn in a big display. And they did that at the weekend. So if we'd have come away with a draw, you know, and not having your centre backs, and it would have actually, on reflection, been a good result. That said, it is a huge kick in the teeth. But I mean, I've got one massive frustration from the game, and I don't know what you guys think, but I appreciate completely that the captaincy in clubs has changed over the years. It's no longer the one who shouts loudest or the one that goes flying into tackles. It's about, you know, handling media and passing information onto the pitch. You understand the system, all that kind of stuff, and I get that. But I think there's a part of me that has to say that I felt so sorry for Declan Rice on Sunday. Because as Ryan said before, talk about a guy running on empty, flying into tackles, winning second balls. Where was our captain? In all of that, where was our captain? And you know what really sickened me? He pulled out of a tackle in the first half, and I seen Declan Rice shout at him. And I don't know whether you've seen the footage of their final goal, but it's pretty embarrassing because you've got Timber flying into tackles, Ben White's in there trying to stop goals, and I've got our skipper just stood on the periphery of it all. Maybe he's a yard or 2 yards away from it, just actually doing nothing. Now there comes a point when the players are going to want to get behind somebody who's going to be able to drag them through the trenches sometimes. And at the moment, I think we all know that the kind of unwritten skipper is Declan Rice because of the way that he plays. The way he conducts himself on the pitch. I mean, every game is so important to him. And I could see massive frustrations in Declan Rice for the first time at the weekend. And it worries me slightly because you start to worry that if the season, say, for instance, it filtered away and it didn't quite happen, we're going to have to be really careful because we could end up losing him. Now, I know that sounds really drastic at the moment because it's only one game and what have you. But I'm watching our skipper do this. This is our captain leading from the front, pulling out of tackles against Aston Villa. Now, and when you watch Declan Rice getting rattled alongside him, it takes a lot for him to get wound up by things like that. And I think it was almost like enough's enough now. Why am I flying all over the pitch, covering yards galore, getting headers in, getting crosses in, tackles, second balls? If my skipper runs around and he starts presses off, that's great. But there's actually not the further backup from him is actually really, really poor and not what I want to see in a captain. I don't know what you guys think, but
I'll play devil's advocate.
It's enough
a couple of points. Yeah, no, a couple of points. I'll fight back at you. if there's 4 or 5 defenders throwing themselves in the way of the ball, Odegaard, that isn't him. That's not his position. I'm just saying, if he's on the periphery of the penalty area, that's possibly where a midfielder could be. Declan Rice is an all-action hero. Odegaard has never been that kind of player. He's more flair and tactical. I understand completely what you're saying. And, yeah, it is frustrating. But I think they're slightly different. And I don't think Odegaard's ever going to be that kind of player. I think that's just the way he is. So, yeah, I don't know.
It's poor, Brooksy. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying completely.
I understand what you're saying,
but these players keep talking to us about how much they really want to win trophies. We've got to start winning trophies. There does come a point, Brooksy, when you've got to sometimes stand up a little bit. It's a man's game, and sometimes you've got to stand up. And even if you get hurt yourself, you put your body on the line. There was one in the first half when he actually pulled out of the 50-50, just pulled out of it. Now, it's just things like that just really wind me up when I see people like Declan Rice and your Gabriels and your Salibas and Timbers and Ben White who just give everything for that jersey. And that just really frustrates me. And at the moment, that's a massive frustration for me because I'm worried about Declan Rice.
I get it because I think especially in the dying seconds of the game, he's dropped deep. He's in the penalty box. The ball's bouncing about. Like I said earlier, the very least, if he doesn't want to dive in, just get the ball's in and around him. Throw your leg at it, boot it if you have to. Take some, captain or not, take the responsibility a bit there. Like your teammates are doing. They're throwing their bodies on the line, be it in that moment or throughout the game. Just do something, contribute, help. Don't just stand there, dilly-dally, and hoping that your teammates will get you out of trouble there. If you've
That's what it was, you're right,
as an attacker, just get your foot in and boot it, even if it's for a fucking set piece. Get everyone back, regroup, and see out the set piece. Because that's sort of.
We had enough chances for someone to boot the ball out as well. Enough chances. Yeah. That's the annoying thing.
Yeah.
But I mean, talking about Ben White quickly. Obviously, great to see him back. I thought he was outstanding against Brentford. Obviously, he set up a goal, and he just looked so much like his old self again. Andy.
Yeah.
We forget. I think. Actually, we're so lucky with our defenders and our fullbacks. I think we take for granted. Well, I forget sometimes how good some of them are, and great to see Ben White back and at it. And obviously, he did all right. And again, as you said, he gets it and he works his arse off. And well, he's got to keep going because obviously it's so tough for places at the moment. Once you get in there, you want to stay in there.
Yeah, of course, and that's the way we want it to be, isn't it? I mean, and you know, it was great seeing him back. And as you say, I think he was probably man of the match against Brentford as well.
Yeah,
he was that good. Yeah, he was excellent. And there is a good chemistry between him and Saka and Odegaard. The three of them, you can see that all them seasons they played together. They do link up so well. It didn't quite work against Villa. Different standard of opposition, I guess that as well. Yeah. But we are really fortunate in having people like Ben White who you can throw in with no worries whatsoever, and you know, and he'll die for the cause as well. He's kind of proved that as well. But we are quite blessed. But we're only one more defensive injury away from a crisis.
Well, I was just about to say that, Ryan. Wasn't it? It's just ridiculous. I mean, it's like, you know, Gabriel and Saliba both out. Mascara comes in. You know, looks solid with Nkapie, and then all of a sudden he's injured, and now he's going to be out for like 7 to 8 weeks. It's just unbelievable. I mean, I think if Gabriel Saliba are fit, I think we beat Villa all day long. I'm not going to lie. If they were there on Saturday, or Gabriel would have definitely blocked the ball and cleared it and done something with it. And I don't think they would have scored the first goal either, because I think they would have been much more organised. But yeah, I mean, apparently Saliba has trained today and is fit to go for Bruges. I mean, I would not bother taking him, I'm not going to lie. I would just let him stay at home and rest and wait till Wolves if you want to play him in that. But it looks like, yes, I mean, Nkapie has done well when he's come in. But I feel sorry for him because he's not getting a settled partner, because it's just too many injuries. It's 2 minutes chopping and changing.
Yeah, and that's the frustrating thing from our point of view. In general, that we're not with all this. Again, we'll talk about the squad, but we're not having a settled squad this year. We've had a few players out in attack. We've got most of them back, most of them by now. As soon as we've got them back, we're now having defensive issues in terms of injuries. It just don't stop.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
I'm just thankful, even though obviously Gabby's got to be a few more weeks and the scares for you to the new year. potentially. That Saliba wasn't that serious. It was just a knock, whatever it was, precaution, and I hope. But again, just because he's been out for a couple of weeks, I would take him to Bruges, get some minutes in his legs, about an hour or so, then take him off. For Ben White, put Ben White or Timber there, and then fully fledged him out for the Wolves game.
And the Wolves are losing, aren't they? Apparently, it's just flashed up my phone.
Just gone one. Bruno just scored.
Scored. How is he? Typical. The one time I don't bet on Bruno to score, he scores.
It was comedy of errors FC. If we don't,
my mate just said that. He said, "I hope they do that on Saturday."
Yeah, if we don't beat Wolves comfortably on Saturday, I'm asking questions. That's all I'm saying.
I just want to win. I mean, I do agree with Frasher, but anyway, we just need to keep going, get back on it. I mean, if Villa have closed the gap. Obviously, they're 3 behind. Man City winning, obviously 2 behind. But looking at the fixtures coming up, I have to say, and someone said, Man City have got Sunderland away. I think they've got Villa at home. They've got someone else. I can't remember. Forest away.
They've got Palace away on Sunday.
Yeah, Palace away, Forest away coming up. Villa have obviously away to Chelsea. They're away to us, and they've got someone else. A couple of other tough ones. So, we'll see where everyone is in a few games' time. And I know people are starting to get a bit panicky, which is fine because, but like I said, we've got Wolves at home on Saturday. A great chance, Ryan, to get back on track. And as I said, Man City away to Palace. I mean, Palace are fourth. Palace are absolutely flying. It's incredible. They sold Eze, and everyone thought, no, you know what, they haven't really replaced him. I mean, they signed that Jeremy Pino, but they're just plodding along. Playing really well yesterday. Obviously, keeping Gay was massive, I think, for us and them, because obviously if Liverpool got him, you don't know what, defensively, I think he's a brilliant player. And, Palace to take a point off them and we win. All of a sudden, the gap's back up by 4 points again.
Yeah, exactly. That's the one thing I looked at. I was like, okay, they got next. It's like, oh, okay. So straight away, because we play on Saturday night, so we was again assuming
8 o'clock, isn't it? Rubbish.
8 o'clock kickoff, yeah, under the lights at the Emirates. Assuming we obviously do the job against Wolves, obviously. That's a fight that we automatically put the pressure back on Man City.
So they play on Sunday, Ryan, do they?
They play on Sunday, 2 o'clock kickoff.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Put the pressure on.
Put the pressure back on them, and then so they know then, oh bloody hell, we've got to turn up. And as I say, Palace are doing well this season. The curse hasn't hit the Community Shield curse hasn't hit them this season, thankfully. And it could be because Palace are in top 4 now, aren't they?
Yeah, they're 4th at the moment.
Yeah.
By the time that kick off, it could be 4th versus 3rd, like literally, and that could be an incentive from Palace's point of view is. If we beat Man City, we could either. I don't know what the points difference is, but we could either edge closer to them or even go above them. There's an incentive there for Palace as well. It's not like years gone by where if we win, it's great for us, but we don't gain nothing in terms of just aside from the points. Where this is like there's more of an incentive now, and then there's a unity at Palace, and as we're seeing with Man City, barring Saturday the week against Sunderland. 2 previous games to that, they're leaking goals. They're gettable. And one team that will punish her is Palace.
I mean, that Fulham City game, Andy, was mad. I mean, I said, in years gone by, I mean, they've always been decent defenders, but they're just, if it wasn't for Haaland, I know he didn't score the other day, but he scored so many goals. I mean,
take him out the City team, and they wouldn't finish. They wouldn't be in the top 2. They wouldn't. I mean, I know they've got good players around and about, but he's the reason why they're where they are. He's the one that scores the goals. He's always there to score, and he's just a freak of nature. But they get an injury to him, then it starts to get interesting. But as you've quite rightly said, they're leaking goals, which is very un-City-like. And I know they didn't so much at the weekend there, but they are leaking goals, and you've seen a few times this season they've looked pretty weak when teams are strong and in their faces and going at them a little bit. So there's plenty of twists and turns to come yet, without a shadow of a doubt. And the 2-point lead, it's still top of the league. You're still 2 points clear.
Exactly.
But get yourselves back into it Wednesday night. Gives everybody a lift again, and then we go into the weekend. Hopefully, just go and turn over Wolves, and then all of a sudden the Villa game's kind of forgotten. Hopefully, we're a couple of players fitter. and ready to come back into the squad just at the right time. And then we just need to go on another run. And we're more than capable of going on another 10-game winning streak. It can happen. And what a time to do it over Christmas when there's just back-to-back games.
Yeah, it's games galore. I mean, obviously, looking at the Champions League this Wednesday, I mean, obviously, we're at Club Brugge. Well, I don't know if Man City are playing Tuesday or Wednesday, but they've got Real Madrid away. So that's a massive game. So they'll be playing his full team. Well, obviously, we can afford to, because obviously we're the only team in the whole Champions League that's actually qualified for the next stage.
Yeah.
I mean, no other any other team can qualify, and no one cannot. There's no one that can't actually make it. It's very, very open.
Yeah.
I mean, so if Man City were to lose that one, that would. But Real Madrid are terrible at the moment. I mean, they lost last night. The 2 players sent off, and they've got right shambles.
Yeah.
So it's probably a great time to play them. But yeah, if Real Madrid were to beat Man City, that would put a lot of pressure on them, which would be good going forward, because obviously they'll have to keep playing their full team to get through.
Absolutely.
But with regards to Club Brugge, I mean, we've already kind of mentioned what we'd like. I mean, how many changes do you? I mean, I'd like to see wholesale changes. I'd like to see people like Kepa come in, have a game. You know, give Waneri minutes, give Dauman half hour. You know,
Christian Norgard can play.
Norgard play. You know, Martinelli start. You know, Gyökeres I want to start. Yeah, just use as many squad players you can. Just like I said, give Rice a night off, give Saka a night off. Yeah, they're the ones you can't afford to get injured. So Wolves at home, it's a nice game to have after the weekend, because as we've already said, it'll be funny if you can't beat Wolves at home, then we don't deserve to be winning shit all. So no, absolutely. Yeah, so it's one of those where I think we've a few times before in the Champions League we've been saying, I think there'll be quite a few changes. Then he'll rest such and such, he'll use the squad, and he hasn't quite done it. But I think there's now come a point where we're on the edge of a disaster with injuries at the moment. So I think we would expect to see quite a few more changes than what's been didn't
there
even
before.
mention Gabriel Jesus. Now apparently he wasn't on the bench on Saturday, but he was Wednesday.
They said that he played for the under 20s or under 21s.
Didn't they have him behind the doors against United and him and Dauman and that play? Yeah.
I think, and fair enough, getting 90 minutes under his belt, it's even better for his sharpness. It probably is a better reason to play him than having on the bench half fit.
He could well play on Wednesday then. It's a possibility he could get a half. That'd be great to have him back. I mean, again, Ryan, it's another person on the bench with experience, but if he has had that 90 minutes under, I presume it's dying to push him, forward for Wednesday.
Yeah.
Why not give him a go? It's not a free rubber as such, but there's no pressure on us because, like I said, we have qualified. Obviously, another win of arguably guarantee us top spot. I think we've only got 1 or 2 more games after that. Is that right?
2 left after this one.
Inter Milan away and that team with a funny name.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Camera Al Ratti or
yeah.
Which again,
But no,
interesting.
In terms of Jesus, his issues with game management, like using the behind closed door game against Man United, getting his confidence up and all that fitness levels up from the ACL, and give him 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
In the second half, maybe. Just get legs back. Minutes back in his legs.
Yeah.
And that's slowly easing in over this Christmas period. Come New Year, we've got Liverpool, Pompey now in the FA Cup.
Yes.
More like, I think in terms of starting, I think save the start until we play Pompey. Get his minutes up, get his legs going again.
Could play in the Palace Cup game as well.
Potentially as well, depending on how things go.
Yeah.
They won it last year, so
we ain't got we're no rushing back. We've got Gyökeres, we've got Mikel, and obviously Kai's coming back soon as well. So no need to completely rush him back what we would have done in the past.
I was surprised though with Jesus being on the bench against Brentford. I do wonder because obviously it took so long to score the second goal. I just wonder if we scored an early goal, would he? I think bring him on for 10 minutes, for the home fans, I don't know because the game took so long to score the second goal. I thought, I just think it was a bit strange having him on the bench not to bring him on, but
yeah, it was. I don't know whether at that point it was just a case of we thought, do you know what, this game's filtering out to a boring draw.
Just see the
Let's just
game
keep it
out,
as
yeah.
is, get the result, move on. But yeah, who knows? But all being well, he'll hopefully get some minutes on Wednesday. That'll be brilliant to see him back, because it could be a real little kind of magic ingredient for us, because he is one of them players that can just turn a game on a bit of magic.
I still maintain
he just does things that little bit different, doesn't he? Plays off the cuff a little bit more, and it could be a great little curveball to chuck on.
If he stayed fit last year, I still think we would have won the league.
Yeah,
because he scored that hat trick against Palace in the cup, and then scored 2 against him in the league. And you thought, wow, here we go. He's the striker we wanted.
Yeah,
and then he got that terrible injury. So unlucky. You feel so sorry for him.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's going to start all over again. Obviously, we sign more players, and it's going to be harder for him.
Yeah.
But obviously, Arteta really likes him playing. I think he's very popular within the squad.
Yeah, because I think it's also worth noting with him as well that he's a bit like a Martinelli, where he'll just never give up.
Yes.
He's quite happy to track back, and he'll take runners back. He'll do his stint defensively as well. And I just think he just seems like a really top bloke. And as long as he comes back and he has that sharpness about him, because that's the only worry, that 2 injuries of that nature, one's bad enough, but 2 can sometimes affect your sharpness, which is what he lives on. It's like quick instinct kind of player. So it'd be interesting to see how he comes back, and if he can get past that, it could be an absolute little dream for us.
And the good thing is, Ryan, obviously all the games are coming up. Well, we've got about 5 or 6 before Christmas. I think it's something like that. So it's not as if he's not going to get a chance, because the games are coming thick and fast. You think, we've got game on Wednesday, the game Saturday, then have we got a rest next week? I think we've got a rest in the week. Or am I missing that? And then we got Everton on the Saturday.
Yeah, next
then
week.
Yeah.
So we got Bruges, Wolves, rest midweek wise, Everton, then Palace, then
Brighton.
Yeah.
Brighton.
Then Villa.
Then Villa, then Bournemouth, then Liverpool, then Pompey.
Yeah, so it's like, I've lost count, but in such a short space of time, that's about 9 games. Yeah. So, I mean, obviously, you've mentioned Kai Havertz as well. He said he was 2 weeks away last week. So he could well be back for the Everton game, possibly.
Everton / Palace, maybe, yeah.
And Everton away, I mean, thinking forward, but that's going to be Everton. I mean, Everton has done really well this year. They're 6th. I mean, I still can never understand West Ham's decision to sack David Moyes. It's just bizarre in my opinion, but he's got a plan
what they deserve.
Yeah, they do. I mean, obviously it's going to be a night game. All the scouts are going to be pissed, and it's going to be a raucous atmosphere. But another massive game, Andy. I mean, looking ahead, I mean, it's just we've got some big games coming up. Yeah,
that beautiful new stadium at there. Yeah, and
it'll be
as you quite rightly said, it'll be late under the lights. Everyone had a drink, so the atmosphere will be electric. But that's again why we spent so much money and invested so heavily in this squad and the quality and caliber of players that we got, that we can just go there and handle it. And hopefully by that point we'll have a few more bodies back in the fold as well, and we'll be looking more like the team we were before, when we were just looking like an absolute machine at one point until the injuries started to stack up.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, obviously you've already mentioned it, Ryan, but we'll talk about it now. Obviously, the FA Cup third round draw was done this evening. We are away to Portsmouth, and the game is about the weekend of the January the 10th. And a good omen is the last time we played them in the Cup at Fratton Park was 2020, and then we went on to win the trophy. So if you believe in good omens, fingers crossed. I mean, it's quite a decent draw. I mean, I say that, obviously you always want a home game, but, again, I presume they'll TV will stick it on at a night game, because, it's always...
they'll be smelling it. They'll be smelling
an upset.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And we're top of the league of the whole football, so it'll be on. I mean, Spurs have got Villa, a couple of standout ties. So one of them.
Oh, did they? Do you know? I actually don't know the rest of the draw.
United are home at Brighton.
Yeah.
Newcastle are home at Bournemouth. Sunderland have got Everton. Palace are away at Macclesfield. West Ham home at QPR. Charlton home at Chelsea. And
who did City and Liverpool get?
Oh, City are home to Exeter and Liverpool home to Barnsley.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah. Derby County versus Leeds as well at Derby.
Yes, that's right.
So
what was that, Ryan? Sorry.
Oh, Fulham have got Middlesbrough at home, so that'd be a good game for Middlesbrough. Yeah.
Great one for our boys.
Derby County versus Leeds at Derby County as well.
Well, that'd be a beauty as well. Yeah.
So some good games. Yeah. Sadly, the
Yeah,
non-league
let-
boys. Well, Macclesfield got Palace at home, which is good.
That's it,
Yeah.
yeah. Good, yeah.
But Western
But
Supermare got, was it
hopefully
Grimsby and someone else?
let's hope we
Bournemouth
can gather some momentum in that as well. Let's hope
Yeah.
we can get on a gallop for that, you know, and why not go and try and win that cup as well? You know, it'd be phenomenal to get to Wembley. If we get there once, it'll be fantastic. Even whichever cup we get there in, but to get there twice would be superb. And you know, and them big games and big trophy wins. That's what galvanizes your club and your players. And yeah, we all know we're on the cusp of it. It's just we've had this little wobble now, and every team gets wobbles in seasons. Let's just hope that's ours done and dusted out the way, and then we crack on again.
Absolutely, that's it. And the good thing or beauty of football is there's always another game, coming up. It's always especially at the moment, it's so busy. There's no time to rest in your laurels. I'm sure Arteta would have been straight in there afterwards. Pick yourself because the players after they did when they scored, quite a few players on the floor.
Yeah,
which I get they were tired. But then I thought I get it, but then I was like, it's still early in the season. It's all right, boys. It's plenty of time to go. To see some players look a bit too emotional. I mean,
I don't know. Do you know what, Brooksy? I quite like that. It shows how much they cared and how passionate they are.
I do get
that
as well, but I just think it's a bit early for that. It's like, don't worry about it. We've got them at home coming up in a few weeks. You just concentrate on beating them, and those 3 points are wiped out.
Yeah, yeah. That's the only way they can go and deal with it now, isn't it?
That's it.
Get them on the rebound, and let's see what we do there. But they've definitely been a bogey team for us at the Emirates. But over the years, I think, did we do them last season? Didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, I can't.
It was the season before when we lost.
Yeah. Oh, when I was there, we lost.
I was there. Yeah, I was there with my son.
Oh, it was awful. You can see it coming as well. We had the chance in the first half. Was it Trossard or Havertz? One of them, and they whacked it straight at Martinez. Either side of him was a goal, and he just, if they scored that, I think they would have done it. But yeah, it's just one of those things. As I said, we owe them, but I think it's lost.
Especially
ultimately, I mean, that is looking forward, but it is exciting times. It seems like you look on social media, and I know Arsenal have got a section of support that is just fucking ludicrous. When I see some of the shit they write and getting after players, getting after managers, and really digging them out, it's like bloody hell, guys! Like it's 2 defeats this season. You have to. You can't go through every game and expect to not.
And this one was at a 95th minute.
It's galling.
Yeah,
it's galling.
It is. And there was only 94 minutes on my head, but if you want to be really quickly, but that made it even more annoying.
It did, but it's going to happen. Teams are going to raise the game because Arsenal are in town, and
it makes you appreciate even more how amazing our Invincibles team was, and it still makes me laugh now that some people scoff at the achievement. You drew 12 games. But just never to lose a game. I mean, you see how
it's unbelievable,
easy or hard it is to lose it. Lose a game. It's just absolutely madness. That will never ever happen again. I don't think in the English league. It's just absolutely incredible.
Yeah, it'll be. No, I can't. Yeah, even you think of that City team that were probably one of the best ever in Premier League history. They couldn't do it. So it is just it's a freak, hopefully freak one-off thing that we covet forever, hopefully.
Unless we do it next year.
Yeah, we'll do. Yeah, exactly. We just let's not have it all this season. Let's give something. Let's hold something back.
Yeah, that'll wind them up. So looking forward to Wednesday's game. So obviously we'll do a few predictions for that game before we start talking about the Wolves game.
Yeah,
I mean, like I said, I think there'll be changes galore. I'll say 3-0 Arsenal. I haven't got a clue what team he. Like I said, I'd like to think he'll make quite a few changes. I worry that he won't. But any team we put out should be strong enough to beat them. Like I said, they have set their managers today. I mean, I don't really know why. I read over the weekend they were second in their league, so I don't know what's happened. But obviously, it's a good time to play them because they'll have. Well, I don't know. They'll have their assistant coach in charge, I presume, and the players won't really know what's going on. So it's a good time to play someone like that, Andy.
Yeah, do you know what? When you see teams go to Bruges, it's one of them little tight grounds. It'll be packed to the rafters. You know, they'll have all. You know, for them, it's like a Champions League final in itself. Just playing against us on that night, so it's a massive game. You know, for them. So we've got to make sure that we're up for that challenge.
Have Wolves scored?
Yeah, they've just scored there, right on half time as well.
Oh, lovely. Who scored?
Someone called Bellegarde.
Oh, yeah, I think he's a fullback, wingback, is he? I'm up completely wrong.
I don't know, but he actually took it really well.
No, crap, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. But yeah, ultimately, it is a game that we are expected to win. But what we can't do is go there and just expect to win. We got to go there and earn the right. But generally speaking, we're really good. We're good at that anyway. So fingers crossed. And I'll go. I think we'll win there, and I'll say it'll be 2-0, a comfortable 2-0.
Yes, I'd say 2-0, yeah. 2-0.
Yeah, lovely. Anyone will do. Like I said.
Yeah.
I know we're 3 points clear. Obviously, we win again. I don't know if that more or less guarantees us top spot. I suppose it depends on the other results. But again, as much as it could be a dead rubber, Ryan's left us. Bye, Ryan. And
One sec.
Hey, go on, play hard to get. Playing hide and seek. Go on.
Actually, it looks prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose, I'm not right in thinking we haven't got any more Champions League games till next year after this one.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yeah. After Man United, yeah.
When's the next one?
Inter Milan away. He's Inter Milan away after we play Man United, I think. Have a look.
Yeah, again, it's very important to win. They've probably played his first team now, thinking about it.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if we win, then that more or less guarantees us top. We can afford to go into Milan and rest people. Let's just say January is going to be busy as well. And if we've got Man United after that, and be a good time to rotate. I know we're doing it into Milan after last year.
Yeah, and it was only until the last game. Yeah, it'll be.
Again, they got a good game this weekend, and they got Liverpool, wouldn't they?
Is it Liverpool Inter? Is it?
Yeah, it's in Milan, obviously.
At Inter.
I presume you've seen. What did you all think about Salah just going off the record?
I thought it was poor
From Arsenal.
My personal opinion is if that was an Arsenal player, I'd be fuming with him. I get.
He's clearly just thought about himself.
The thing to remember is, and I get this, that he is a legend in Liverpool. What he's done for them over the years is phenomenal. However, he's done nothing at all this season. He's been so poor.
He's been very poor.
And when he's not kind of on form, he's not going to help you out defensively. His final ball's being crap. His body language is being poor. And then to come out, this is a guy that only ever speaks to the press when he's got something he wants to say about himself.
Yeah, very quiet.
I'm hoping the club take a pretty firm stance because at the end of the day, no player is ever going to be bigger than a club. Ever. Doesn't matter.
They've left him out the squad for the Inter Milan game.
Yeah, and who knows what they're going to do disciplinary-wise, but that's up to them. But yeah, I thought it was really poor. And very unprofessional.
Very interesting because obviously he goes off to the African Cup of Nations soon. I mean, I don't know how soon that
next
is.
Monday.
It's next Monday, is it, Ryan? Yeah, so he probably ain't now for
I think. Do you know what? I think you'll see a turn in Liverpool. I think him being out the equation at the moment will do them a favour. There's no circus going on when he's in or if he's out, and they'll probably just crack on and have a decent second half.
Florian Wirtz actually looks half decent now. He's not in the same type.
Yeah.
It's funny that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's very strange. I mean, it'll be very interesting to see what happens there. But obviously, African Cup of Nations coming up. For once, Arsenal haven't got to worry about it because we've got no players involved. So that's good. I mean, Sunderland, bless them, are losing half their side.
Yeah, I think. I'm sure my son said at the weekend it's 7 players they're losing. Is that right?
Which is annoying. As I said earlier, they've got Man City at home coming up, which is really.
And the thing is, though, you got to ask the question of recruitment because they know that the African Cup of Nations is going to come.
Yeah.
And 7, knowing you're going to lose 7 of your squad in January that's such a massive thing. And you're hoping that other players aren't injured anyway. It's a big call to sign so many players that they know will disappear for 4 to 6 weeks.
Well, yeah, as I said, they've all got to go out. They've got the latest they've been allowed. They're allowed to stay the 15th, which is next Monday, and the time where Derby is on Sunday. So they get to play that
No, is it this Sunday
this
coming?
Sunday coming against Newcastle as well. Yeah, so they get to play that.
Oh, that'd be good. Was that 4 o'clock or was it lunchtime?
I don't know what time it is, but it's definitely Sunday.
Not sure, actually.
But,
Oh, that should be good to
but
hear.
Arsenal versus Inter Milan, by the way, away is on January the 20th.
January the 20th, yeah.
Yeah, but my thought again with me, my bit of an additional added stuff onto the Salah thing for me is to do it in the neutral zone after a game or in general after the game to the world's media. It's for me a massive come get me Saudi, please. Come and get me now.
Yeah.
Like he wants to go. What's he going to do? You got to ask the question. This is only a few months after he's on a new contract for 400k a week. Why don't you just piss off to Saudi in the summer for free?
Yeah, why sign a contract in the first place? Yeah.
The whole saga was, again, if that was Arsenal and Liverpool, we'd have been fed up last year with the saga being dragged out with the three of them.
Him and Virgil,
Virgil, Trent going and upsetting the support. There was just all of that kind of going on.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm loving the turmoil over there at the moment. It's magic. But let's hope the same happens as City in the next few weeks. But from a club perspective or a supporter perspective, he is going to taint his legacy without a shadow of a doubt if he's not careful. And he is an absolute legend over there. But I just thought that was so unprofessional and it was almost like a little god complex going on there. It's all about me and I should be playing. But the fact of the matter is he's been absolutely woeful. And if that was any other player, they'd just be whipped out the side straight away anyway. There's no one's got a divine right to play. And ultimately, if he's not scoring or assisting, what is he offering to your team?
No, definitely. I mean, you could argue Virgil ain't really done much either since he signed this new deal. He's been very
poor. I think he's been poor because Konate's struggled as well. So I think they've got their own issues to be dealing with.
Them not getting Gay in the transfer window was massive for a lot of clubs. I think obviously for Palace, for us, for Man City, because obviously he would have been brilliant there. He's a terrific player.
Yeah.
And obviously, that not happening. Yeah. And like I said, Konate and Van Dijk have really struggled this year.
Yeah, it'll be interesting, won't it, in January to see will they go back in and get him or will he? I wouldn't be surprised, but then I think a lot of clubs will go for him. I mean, his quality.
I doubt. I mean, depending on how many injuries we've got, we might go for him.
Yeah, absolutely. I tell you what, if we went for him, I'd be over the moon. I think he's a brilliant player. But
he's
obviously got a big call to make, hasn't he? Because Palace have now said they're developing their stadium, and ultimately they're fourth in the league at the moment. That's above Liverpool. So
if he said he's leaving, he will have to pick a clubs. If we were sniffing around him, Chelsea would definitely be in for him.
Yeah, without
people
doubt.
Like Bayern Munich and PSG. I think
he could go anywhere, like you said. Yeah, he could.
Wait till free. He is that good. He's had a great season, and I've seen a couple of interviews of him, and he comes across as a really, well-grounded, humble.
He does, yeah.
No ego, really nice, but just gets on with his football. It's his football to the talking, and it's really refreshing.
Yeah.
Well, just look at transfer deadline day. The deal fell through. Did he kick off? No, he just got on with it. He's been. He is the definition of a professional. Just okay. I'm not going to do laundry out to the world. I may be disappointed, but I'll keep it in house between me, manager, and whoever. That's it. But he gets on with it. And he's led by example for his team. He's as the captain. That's all you want. That's all you want. Like I say, he could. As of New Year's Day, he got the pick of Europe basically.
I mean, regarding transfers, I said this last week. I said I wouldn't be surprised if Berto, they got things lined up in January. I know it's a mixed responses. I know a lot of people think probably won't happen, but I think obviously losing on Saturday, as good as the squad is, there's always room for a little bit of improvement. And I said I wouldn't be surprised if we sign one or two more. I mean, I'd love us to sign more players. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, there may well be the odd outgoing as well. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if I've read reports that Ethan Nwaneri may go out on loan.
I think he does need to.
It might also be the case that there may well be others like that potentially. But But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't rule out any signings. I think January is a difficult time to get players in.
Yep.
But ultimately, if there's anybody that really, really want, then they've got to go and get it if they think that's going to bring them success.
No, definitely. Well, so obviously Saturday night, next league game, Wolverhampton Wanderers at home. Had a wonderful time of 8 o'clock on a Saturday night. You know, poor old Wolves fans. Yeah, I know. Yeah, they don't think of these things, do they? It's like the Arsenal fans the following week going to Everton.
Yeah,
You know, I don't think there's a train home after the game finishes. It's just unbelievable. I mean, they'll have a great time. Don't get me wrong, at Liverpool, Christmas night out, but that's not the point.
It's crap.
That was originally scheduled for Sunday 2 o'clock kickoff, but we rescheduled the game.
Yes, you're right, because of the Palace game.
Yeah.
Oh, is it that? Yeah.
That is why. Yeah. It's a shame, really, because that would have suited us, really, 2 o'clock on Sunday. 8 o'clock on Saturday. So, but like I said, I'm not going to lie. I mean, obviously, I know Wolves are still. Is it 1-1? Was it half time?
1-1 half time.
1-1, yeah.
I mean, I think that might be the first goal they've scored from Rob Edwards. But I mean, from what I've seen of Wolves this season, they've been absolutely dreadful. I mean, obviously they sell all their players and they don't replace them. Obviously, they sold Cunha to Man United, and they haven't replaced him. You feel sorry for the Wolves fans really, because they've sold a lot of good players, and they are where they are now because of the poor recruitment.
Yeah,
I'm expecting. Well, I presume if we do make changes Wednesday, then the better players, if you will, the regular first teamers will come in. And like I said, having a week off after that helps. But there's nothing to make me worried about Wolves. I said the same for Brentford. They made a bit of hard work out of it. But yeah, Andy, I can't see any problems. It's probably going to shoot me in the head, this one. But yeah, I just can't see it. Ryan, because Andy's disappeared.
I'm having trouble with technology.
No, go on.
Say that again, because halfway through that you actually broke up there. Sorry.
No, sorry, I probably never sounded so good. I was at Wolves. I mean, I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about Wolves. I mean, this could backfire spectacularly, but I can't see anything else but a comfortable win.
No, and and I think Ryan said it earlier as well, that ultimately, if you're not capable of beating Wolves at home, you don't deserve to win the Premier League. No. So yeah, you'd like to think we can. They're the games that we should be turning up, being professional, get the job done, and get out of there and get focused on the next game, and then get ready to go again. And well, hopefully the players have had a taste of a defeat there against Villa in a game that I think they all thought that could have at least got a point out of. This might be the a little kick up the arse they need as well. So go and take it out on Bruges and Wolves, and then get back to normal. Good
chance to get the goal difference back up again, Ryan. Nice little 3-4-0. If not more. Obviously, I'd expect Gyökeres to start. I mean, a game like this, it'd be lovely for him to bang a few goals and get the old confidence sky high.
Yeah. I mean, how do you say, get the goals sky high and get his confidence up? I'll be watching this first half, and if Man United were more lethal up front, this game would be over. This would be a 5-6.
Oh, really?
Time. They've been
United better than them, are they?
Possessional-wise, they've had the chances. It's just last-ditch blocks and just
poor finishing.
Yeah, poor finishing basically. And Wolves then gave themselves a 5-minute spell and got an equaliser at the end there. But the difference is I don't think, again, this could be arrogant here, but being at home as well on Saturday against Wolves, I just think it's perfect setup for us to absolutely blitz them. I think a bare minimum of 5.
I think the only problem being is that Wolves aren't going to come here and and open up and even try and have a go. They're just going to sit camped, trying to be well organised and making it as frustrating as they possibly can. And hopefully, what we need is an early goal. An early goal changes the whole format of the game early doors. Because as soon as you start going longer into the game and you haven't got that goal, they've got something more to keep hold of and grab hold of. So they'll, the tackles mean that little bit more. So the earlier we can get on the score sheet, it changes their game plan immediately.
That's why I thought the Brentford game was weird, though, because obviously we scored an early goal and then it just, we
stopped. Do you not think we did the same on Saturday against Villa? We get the equaliser and we're bang on top at that time, and then for whatever reason we sit off and allow Villa to kind of come at us a little bit. And I just think, no, keep your foot on the throttle. You've got them where you want them right now, and believe in yourselves and go and roll over teams. But yeah, it should be a comfortable victory at the weekend, without a shadow of a doubt, and hopefully it is. But sometimes then these games never turn out as easy as what you hope.
No, you know it. We get City sending off, and
yeah.
But I suppose important thinking after the game. Obviously, Ryan, we've just worked out that they've got a week rest before the next game, which could be so important because obviously, like I said, all the niggles and injuries, and it appears that Rice needed a rest. So they'll have a good rest before the Everton game, which could be really important with the busy Christmas period coming up.
Yeah, definitely. And that's what I'm saying. Most of the shows use Wednesday, use Saturday to rotate your squad. Give players that need the rest that they need ahead of what's going to be even more intense period coming up afterwards with Everton away, the Palace game in the cup, in the end of the year period, basically going into the new year. We've got Pompey aside, and the last game we have in the Champions League against that new I can't remember their fucking name.
Yeah, El Marati, was it?
Yeah.
We've got Bournemouth away, Liverpool home, Man United home, and I think Leeds away in that period as well. So it's going to be a tough month.
Tough games coming up. Yeah.
Not Inter Milan away as well in the Champions League.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is, but it'll still be a tough game.
Yeah. But everyone's got everyone's got them now, Ryan, and we can all look at different sets of fixtures and see what's coming up. But ultimately, it's just I do fully believe in our squad. I really do, and I just think that we are capable of getting ourselves straight back on the bandwagon, go on another 10, 15 game unbeaten run, and then let's have a little look at things. There's no need to panic right now. My God. Ultimately, it's that thing we say every time we're on the show. If someone said to us at the start of the season, this is where you'll be in this point of December, you'd be 2 points clear at the top, you just snap people's hands off. And you've got all of these St James's Park's out the way, Anfield's out the way, Villa Park's out the way now. So we've got potentially, the second half of the season should hopefully be good for us to get on a real good run. And that's where it's all about. And hopefully extend that little gap at the top and then just keep going this time while we're getting our players back and hopefully keeping other players fit.
Yeah.
That's it. Right, so we might do predictions for the Wolves game. I'm going to go 5-0. Why not? Let's have a goal fest.
Go on, John.
I'm saying 5-0 as well. So.
Yeah, I'll be a little bit more conservative and I'll say 4.
I'd imagine if we lose, I won't be able to do the show next week.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll take a social media break and join Liam.
Yeah, so you turn everything off.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Actually, what I did do on Saturday before after the game, I did turn off like some of the groups I'm in. I just muted them. I had my work night out anyway, so I just I ain't gonna bother stressing out about it. It's just. Yeah, people getting the ambers. We lost one game. It was the second defeat of the season. We move on, as they say.
Totally.
It's the beauty of football. Everybody, there's always another game. We have 2 games coming up.
That's the best thing. The best thing ever. If you have a bad game or you play really poorly. The best thing about the Premier League at the moment, especially because we're doing so well in other competitions, is that the next game's only just round the corner. You have to immediately get it out of your system and take it out on them opponents that are coming up, and then focus on the job on the jobs ahead. Then.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I think we'll call that a night. We've covered everything.
Absolutely.
You can go and watch the second half. Go and cheer on Wolves against Man United.
Imagine the meltdown tonight if Man United be the first team to give Wolves 3 points.
That'd be good, wouldn't it? It'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Started off exactly the same as well. Man U come out and started battering them straight away.
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a good game we'll have now. If you picked any team you wanted at home next, it would be Wolves. The old classic top against bottom.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Comfortable win. Come on, guys. We can do this.
Yeah. All right, let's get back on track. 2 more wins. Well, thank you very much, Ryan and Andy, for coming on.
And thank you,
It was a
Broxy, for
pleasure.
hosting the show. And eating what I
That's
think
right.
is
2 weeks in a
possibly
row, have you? Up Liam and come back.
I'll tell you what, Liam, Brooksy, I think you've been eating the biggest bag of prawn cocktail I've ever seen in my life.
No,
it's
Tesco's sweet and salty popcorn. It's got
look at the size of them.
Bag. Yeah,
Dear
no, I mean,
God.
it's only half a bag to be fair, but yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah.
Did you start them last week?
God no. No, I think I did actually. Yeah, but yeah, we left them in the cupboard. I forgot about it. Yeah. It's Christmas season. I'll just eat crap all month long.
All right. Well, thanks very much, guys. Anyway.
No, yeah. Cheers, boys. And yes,
right.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there's no need to panic. Arsenal are still top by 2 points. 2 games in a row. Hopefully, 2 wins. And yeah, we crack on. Thank you, everybody, for watching, for all your messages. Have a lovely week, and come on, you Gooners.
Good night, everybody.